part two on how I actually found out that my cousin is actually my daughter. So, a cousin of ours, a family member, put all our names in a lotto drawing for Europe and USA, and fortunately or unfortunately, my auntie and her husband both won the lotto visa to come to the US and also to Europe, but they chose to go to US instead of going to Europe. So years later, they worked, and I was left with my cousin at home, and I didn't mind taking care of her. Like I said, I always had a special love for her, and it wasn't a big deal for me taking care of her. And then, like I said, my auntie was sending money for me to actually take care of her, so it wasn't a big deal for me to do so. So eventually, they wanted to take her to US. They were trying to file for both of us to come to US so that we can stay with them as a family. But this requires for you to prove, for you to, I guess, take a child to US, you have to prove that the child actually belongs to you. That means you have to do a DNA test. And unless you claim you adopted the kid, and if you adopted the kid, also you have to show the paper of adoption. So this was requested and required of them to do so. And at this particular point, they know that maybe it will not work. So they came back for me to go with them for a test. They wanted me to do a test with them and with the child. And I was taken to the clinic naively. I went with them. My blood was drawn. My cousin's blood was drawn, and I guess it was submitted to the embassy at that time as theirs. Okay, so now maternity is proved. Now paternity needs to be proven. Okay, so of course I have no idea how the paternity or how it happens, how everything happened to be the way it is. I have no clue. So whatever the side I have to do with paternity apparently was not working out, and so that's how everything went down the hill. I want to say everything went down the hill, and they left and went back to the U.S. at this particular point. Now, the embassy is looking at it as child trafficking, and then they went after them. When they went after them, and that's how everything stopped unfolding. Stay tuned for part 3, and you'll find out how I actually found out that my cousin is actually my daughter on part 3.